Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses G20 meet, calls for return to ceasefire and diplomacy to resolve Ukraine conflict. Today is Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. President says tribal communities have enriched life of the nation. Birsa Munda statue unveiled in Tripura. Northeast continues its tryst with peace, reports 80% decline in insurgent activities. Assam Chief Minister inaugurates new facilities at GMC. It says the move is to introduce world-class healthcare at the hospital. And more bodies of Mizoram landslide victims recovered from debris. Rescue operations still on. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Anupa bringing to you the stories in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today called for a return to the path of ceasefire and diplomacy to resolve the Ukraine conflict. He said the need of the hour is to show concrete and collective resolve to ensure peace, harmony and security in the world. Modi stated this while addressing the first working session of G20 on the issue of food and energy security in Bali, Indonesia. Reminding the horrors of Second World War, he said the leaders of that time made a serious effort to take the path of peace, and now it's our turn. He said climate change, COVID-19 pandemic, the developments in Ukraine and the global problems associated with it have caused havoc in the world, and the global supply chains are in ruins. On the other hand, addressing the Indian community event in Bali, Indonesia today, the Prime Minister said India is a ray of hope for the world in the 21st century. He said India is moving with an unprecedented speed and scale today, and the country's talent, technology, innovation and industries have made their significant mark in the world. He said country's self-sufficiency in medicines and vaccines during the COVID pandemic benefited the world. On close cultural ties with Indonesia, Modi said India and Indonesia are connected by shared heritage and culture. He said there is so much that India and Indonesia have in common. He said 1500 kilometers away from Bali, Bali Jatra Mahotsav is being celebrated at Cuttack in Orissa.
हमारे देश के
उस परंपरा से जुड़े रहना, वहां के लोग, उस धरती एक अलग ही आनंद देती है, अलग ही आनंद की अनुभूति कराती है। आप कल्पना कर सकते हैं, आज जिस समय मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूं, हम यहां बाली में बैठे हैं, बाली की परंपराओं के गीत गा रहे हैं। उसी समय जब मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूं, इसी पल बाली से 1500 किलोमीटर दूर भारत के कटक शहर में महानदी के किनारे बाली यात्रा का महोत्सव चल रहा है, जिसे बाली जात्रा कहते हैं।
President Draupadi Murmu, who's in Jharkhand on the occasion of Janjatiya Gaurav Divas and birth anniversary of Bhagwan Birsa Munda, visited Ulihatu village in the state, the birthplace of the tribal freedom fighter. She paid respects to the statue of Bhagwan Birsa Munda and said visiting the places associated with the freedom fighter is like a pilgrimage for her. She also met Lugni Munda, a Divyang lady, and her son Dilip Munda, whom the president has adopted and funded his education. Later in the day, she arrived in Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh, where she addressed a Janjatiya Samagam at Shadol. The president, in her address, said the inauguration of developmental projects for the Janjatiya community is a commendable initiative. Earlier in the day, she said tribal communities have enriched the life of the nation with their art, crafts and hard work. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also greeted the people on the occasion of the birth anniversary of Bhagwan Birsa Munda today. In a video message, Modi said the entire country is celebrating the birth anniversary of Bhagwan Birsa Munda with devotion and respect. Modi said the people respectfully bows before the great son and the great revolutionary of the country on Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. He said he considered this the fortune of his government that it got the opportunity to declare November 15 as Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. Modi added that Birsa Munda was not only the hero of India's political independence, but he is also the conductor of spiritual and cultural energy.
जनजातीय विरासत पर गर्व और आदिवासी समाज के विकास का संकल्प इसी ऊर्जा का हिस्सा है। देश के विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में आदिवासी स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों को समर्पित ऐसे ही अनेक म्यूजियम बना रहा है। साथियों, पिछले 8 वर्षों में हमारे जनजातीय भाई बहन देश की हर योजना के, हर प्रयास के प्रेरणा भी रहे हैं और आरंभ में उनका स्थान भी रहा है।
Meanwhile, in Tripura, Union Minister for Ports and Shipping and Ayush, Horbananda Sonowal, today attended an event at Khowai in Khowai district, where a statue of Bhagwan Birsa Munda was unveiled. State Chief Minister Dr. Manik Saha also was presented in the program. In his speech, Sonowal said the country is proud of the great tribal freedom fighter.
सबसे पहले मैं आप सबको हृदय से शुभकामना देता हूं और आज हमारे देश के अंदर उनके लिए बड़े महत्वपूर्ण दिन है, गौरव के दिन है। हम सब आज इस दिन के लिए गर्व महसूस करते हैं, क्योंकि स्वतंत्रता की पिछले 75 साल के अंदर हमको किसी ने देश के अंदर इतने बड़े इज्जत दी है। ये जनजाति गौरव दिवस मनाने के लिए वो हमारे कुल मिला के देश के अंदर, भारत के अंदर, हिंदुस्तान के अंदर 11 करोड़ जनजाति संप्रदाय के लोग हैं और स्वतंत्रता संग्राम में हमारे अलग अलग लोगों का साथ हमारे जनजाति संप्रदाय के लोगों ने भी बहुत।
In Manipur, Governor L. Ganeshan has said the tribal heroes of the country have immensely contributed in the freedom movement of India. Speaking at the National Conference on Tribal Heroes in India's Freedom Struggle under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav at the GP Women's College in Imphal, the governor said the history of the great tribal freedom fighters like Rani Gandilu, Birsa Munda has been all-encompassing and all-embracing. The young generation should be made aware of the life and values of these heroes. He said the brave heroes belonging to the tribal communities contributed significantly to the freedom struggle. The governor also inaugurated a photo exhibition showcasing the contribution of tribal heroes.
Many of the protests against the British were led by tribal heroes. Their fight was for their land and most importantly their people. India has witnessed the struggle turning into a revolution because of the use of equipment like bombs and tanks.
The Northeast India region has witnessed an 80% decline in insurgency-related incidents since 2014, when the Narendra Modi-led government came to power at the centre. According to the Ministry of Home Affairs, MHA, around 6,000 insurgents from different groups have surrendered in these years. In fact, the years 2019 and 2020 witnessed the lowest number of insurgency-related incidents and casualties of civilians and security forces during the last 2 decades. According to MHA data, a total of 824 insurgency-related incidents had taken place in the region in 2014, while the number of incidents has gone down, reduced to 574 in 2015, 484 in 2016, 308 in 2017, 252 in 2018, 223 in 2019, 163 in 2020. A total of 209 insurgency-related incidents have taken place in 2021 and it came down to 158 in 2022. The Supreme Court has described forced conversion as a very serious issue that affects the security of the nation. It directed the centre to take a stand on the matter and file a response in a week about steps being taken to prevent it. A bench of Justices M.R. Shah and Hima Kohli said a very difficult situation will emerge if forced religious conversions are not stopped. The court said that if forced religious conversions is found to be correct and true, it is a very serious issue that may ultimately affect the security of the nation and the freedom of conscience and religion of citizens. The court will examine the matter again on the 28th of this month. The Apex Court was hearing a plea filed by Advocate Ashwini Kumar Upadhyay seeking a direction to take stringent steps to control fraudulent religious conversions. In Assam, Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma today inaugurated new infrastructure facilities at Guwahati Medical College Hospital, which included the new auditorium, principal's residence, attendants guest house, boys hostel and nurses quarter. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Sarma said this is a part of the government's initiative to transform GMCH into a world-class healthcare centre. He said the new infrastructure will add to the existing facilities. He lauded the role of public sector units which came forward to support the initiative.
আমাৰ গুৱাহাটী মেডিকেল কলেজ 1960 চনত স্থাপন হৈছিল আৰু তেতিয়া আমাৰ হোষ্টেলত সিট ক্যাপাসিটি আছিল আমাৰ টোটাল এডমিশন ক্যাপাসিটি আছিল 100 এতিয়া আমাৰ ইয়াতে 200 MBBS সিট হল আৰু 210 আমাৰ পিজি সিট হল গটিকে স্বাভাৱিকতে আমাক হোষ্টেলৰ সিট
In Mizoram, Chief Minister Zoramthanga has said that more than 6,600 crore rupees has been allotted by the Union Ministry of Road Transport and Highways for construction of roads in the state. The Chief Minister on Monday had the meeting with PWD district office officials at Circuit House, Kolasip. Various means to develop roads here were discussed at the meeting. Zoramthanga said that at a meeting held in Guwahati, Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Nitin Gadkari, made the announcement about the sanction. Still in Mizoram, 8 bodies out of 12 missing people were recovered from the debris of a stone quarry that collapsed out of a massive landslip in Hathnal district on Monday. Confirming this, Deputy Commissioner of the district, R. Lal Sangna, today said that the search operations beginning last night will continue till all the missing persons are found. National Disaster Response Force, Assam Rifles and Border Security Force, along with local police and people, are taking part in the search operation. Police Superintendent of the district, Vineet Kumar, said 13 people were working when a massive landslide took place at the stone quarry. Only one worker managed to escape. In Manipur, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh today launched the Curtain Raiser of Manipur Sangai Festival 2022 at Kangla, Imphal. In a series of tweets, he said that the biggest tourism festival of Manipur is set in motion with the Curtain Raiser events held at Kangla and Mao Gate. After a gap of 2 years, the time has come to enjoy the most vibrant festival of the state, he said. It focuses on the diverse culture, traditions, scenic beauty of Manipur. As a part of the Curtain Raiser, the Sangai Run 2022 from Kangla Fort to Khumpam Lampak was also flagged off today. In Meghalaya, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma today inaugurated the Adogre Community and Rural Development Block Office in North Garo Hills district. Informing this in a series of tweets, Sangma expressed the hope that the new block office and its employees function in their full potentials to meet the requirements of the villages. He said Adogre holds a very special place in his heart. The youngest district will unlock greater progress for the villages and the people, he added. To end the news, main points once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses G20 meet, calls for return to ceasefire and diplomacy to resolve Ukraine conflict. Today is Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. President says tribal communities have enriched life of the nation. Birsa Munda statue unveiled in Tripura. Northeast continues its tryst with peace, reports 80% decline in insurgent activities. Assam Chief Minister inaugurates new facilities at GMCH. Says the move is to introduce world-class healthcare at the hospital. And more bodies of Mizoram landslip victims recovered from debris. Rescue operations still on. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.